What's up, guys? Hope you had a good week. Um, I was able to hook up my Robinhood screen to my the OBS studio, the thing where I record. So I moved over my TOS screen and I have my Robinhood screen shared next to it. So that might make it a little. I mean, it makes it easier and it's just more transparent, so you guys can see see exactly what my account's looking like. Yeah, decent week, up 24%. Obviously, mainly from ASTS moves. But yeah, let's take a look at positions just going into the weekend. ASTS, that's a roll up. That USO, in case we do get any deal over the weekend, there's my play. Ideally, I probably should have taken USO calls, just in terms of like a risk management standpoint from my account. Because if we don't get a deal or if we do fall lower, I'm pretty exposed. But that's okay. AAOI, we'll see what happens. I'm going to manage that one next week. Amazon average close, going to manage all of those next week. Same thing with MU, going to manage these next week. AVAV was really just a shot. I know they had pretty decent news before the close, and I've been looking for like any excuse to play that one to the upside. Really small market cap name. I think they have really good exposure for their drones and defense you know defense mechanics for the future. But aside from that, I wanted to play it. Any excuse to play that thing, I'm going to try it. NOW, that was really just a roll up from those now L. I actually got a really good fill on those in terms of when I bought them yesterday, but I scaled out ridiculously quickly today. So yeah, I rolled up with those now 130s just to not beat myself up if it does rip. But yeah, other than that, SpaceX was decent. I took that earlier this morning. I didn't really want to alert it. Again, no levels. That was more of just a try. I was beating myself up though with that one too because I should have known it was gonna rip after that lockup. Those shares got freed up because you figure you're gonna have all these hedges or all these hedge funds or institutions, banks, whatever. They're all going to adjust their positions from there, even if they were short. I really should have known that. So I kind of slapped myself in the face and just took a little position in case it does just go. But yeah, other than that, we're chilling in our shares. I'm going to sell more SNXX premium next week. I'll sell MU premium next week if it does have that pop. And then we have ASTS earnings next week. So I'm really not looking to I'm not looking to sell calls on ASTS. ASTS is kind of that's my engine. I don't want to screw myself on capping the upside. But I will actively just continue to try to get out of SNXX and MU. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I will be gone next week. So I'm not going to, maybe I send some stuff Sunday night. I really don't know. But, in terms of like pre-market plans and like just actionable stuff throughout the day, it's going to be really tougher for me. I'm not going to say I'm just not going to trade all week or look at my phone. So I'll try to put, whatever I can if I have that time. But, don't expect anything too crazy, throughout the day. So, but you guys know what I do. Look at the 10-300s. Look at your watch list based on like relative strength. What's moved the most throughout the week. Take a look at what has earnings this week. Take a look at Wall Street Engine for news. Just go through the process. It's a great week for you guys to, practice that process for yourself. Because the framework is there. You know exactly what I do every morning. And if you don't, ask me. But anyways, yeah, I'll be back. I leave tomorrow and I'll be back next Saturday. So you figure next Sunday, that breakdown, I should be good to post something that night. But yeah, that's where the account's at right now. We had a decent week. But yeah, let's take a look at, before we actually get into that, let's just take a look at some screeners. Let's just see what popped up on 10-300 today. Wow. That's a fuck ton. That's absurd. All right, let's bang this out. I'm gonna do this now because I know I won't later. Team. Corsair. Figs. These are some good names. When 10-300 is getting flooded too, like it's not something to just ignore. That DOCS move was nuts. Halo, DCH. I know a lot of these names. ABNB. I don't know ABNB though. What is that? Psych. LR. Twilio. Twilio ripped today. I saw that one. Hertz. I thought Hertz went bankrupt. 3 different times. Instacart. Wow, some names I haven't seen for a while. OMDA and Celsius. Wow. Okay. Really, really fun names. This 10300 is loading up. That's why it's just good to focus on that. Okay. That's there. I'm just literally going to spam through these real quick on the daily. Let's actually go to a year to date. There we go. Like that. Life looks great. What a move from Palantir. Look at this 10300 break today. You could even take this down to a 2-minute. I probably would have been watching a 2-minute, but I mean, this base right here, and then that pop with volume off the 9, really tight after all these bars closed underneath the 10300 level, over a quarterly, over the other. I mean, you had 3 supports. It's not even about where it goes up from here. It's about the fact that for you to lose this trade, Palantir would have had to break the 9, break 110,300, break a quarterly, break another 10,300, maybe break the 21 as well. I mean, that's absurd. So again, don't look at trades in terms of like, you know, how fast it goes up, but look at like how many things you need to go wrong for you to be, you know, taken out of it. So for me to say it would have just broken through 4 or 5 different supports, okay, it's possible, but that's really against the trend. You know, what's in your favor? It should be very clear from there. So that was just an awesome trade. And the one reason I didn't look at it was because this was day. I didn't expect this. Simple as that. I didn't expect this. I thought this would give you another day or 2 before the pop, and I was going to wait to take it next week. So that's okay. You know, that happens. Good follow through. Like there was no way I would take this on a day 2. I like the structure. I like this. It just gives me more information. Corsair, good follow through. And then there's shit like this. This one almost did 2 back-to-back. Doesn't give an entry. Wow, AXTI. We took it off the 10300 perfect, but 90 is crazy. What a move. Huh. You strong. Again, me doing this too, like this is exactly what I do whether I was recording or not. It's not even like I'm jotting down and getting exact trades set up for Monday, but it's more like, okay, can I get some names in the back of my head that I know to look for on Sunday? Simple as that. It's nothing crazy here. Jesus, this thing can fucking stop. Great base over the 10300. Let's see how that one develops. I mean, look at this 10300 list right now. This is unbelievable, the amount of names. You figure I'm going to clean it up on Sunday. Wow, great pop. Wow. Nice base. Tons of names. This is unbelievable. Shake Shack developing. And some of them won't set up. I mean, ideally, I don't take like, you know, 50 to 60% of these, maybe more. QURE, that was just a great trade. We sold this morning too, right at that tag. Oh shit, my phone turned off. Oopsies. Let me get that back over. That was a beautiful sell. Fantastic. Contracts didn't move as much as I wanted, but that did everything I needed it to do. Okay. Ooh. THC building well. LMRI went. That was just a weird one. Okay. Amazon's annoying. We'll see. This one still has a chance, but it got, you know, even it's fucking annoying. So annoyed at myself. You figure this one gives me like, what was it? 30 more cents. I'm selling my trades for sure. I'm selling something. I would have been up. I'm selling something. I was up, but didn't give me the tag of the level. And that's just, you got to deal with that sometimes. Happens. All right. Other than that, let's take a look at the big list. Let's just look at like the top 20 at least. Again, this is, I'm sorting by what's moved the most this week. RDW. Space coming back. That was a really large drawdown from Space. So now it's, what can it build on that right side? Palantir good. Palantir is possible against those 10-300 levels again. I don't know when it sets up though. Phenomenal move. There's a theme there. I don't know where light is, but optoelectronics look really strong. Don't forget CRDO and ALAB are also optoelectronics related. Kratos had a good influx too. This makes ALAB, not ALAB, AVAV look a lot better as well. So we'll see. AAOI stopped right at that monthly and quarterly. Makes perfect sense, but that was just that was ugly. Wow. Really good move on Twilio. I wouldn't have taken it. I remember when we took Twilio here, destroyed this entire bar. Phenomenal little 9 MA reclaim. Space. Okay. I'm really getting into these electricity companies. Oh, I like how this is building. Really like it. If that 9 can catch up. These electricity and power companies, though, for data centers, I'm getting really, I mean, TE would be one of them, but I'm really thinking of switching my port to more power-based and electricity-based. You figure I've rode some of the trends on some of these other AI names pretty decently, and it's just about where I think we're going. I know that power bottleneck is huge. Just kind of talking out loud, but like even Oklo would be one of them. This is one of the only nuclear players. And then there's SMR too, which has just been like destroyed. Like destroyed. So it'd be tough for me to buy stuff like that, but like just where my brain's at. Zeta, okay. Rocket Lab, nice little influx. These almost all look strong. Wow. What a fucking pop. Those after earnings. Wow. Yeah, AVAV popped here. And I took it on this little pullback here. So we'll see. I wanted it right near the 9. Ideally it was under the quarterly, but again, I only went 1. We'll see. But AVAV moves so fast, and I know these contracts can move really well if you do get that actual push. AMPX, nice base. SpaceX, good. CRDO, great push off the quarterly and all of the MAs. Wow. Yeah, so like, I'm not going to really look on Sunday. Again, I'm not really looking to trade next week, but if you are going to trade, just stick with relative strength, because I still feel like this market's just, oh, wow. Sheesh. So Marvel would have came back, but we ended up selling around here. That's not bad, but Marvel over that 218 is honestly, if I'm looking at one of the better setups I've seen. You got the base over the 21, you got the base over the 9. This is going to open up a little higher next week. Off that 218 can go. You got 240 until the MA, the 50 MA. Just from looking around. Ooh, okay. See, but this is why you peek around. Like, I'm not doing anything crazy, but like right now, I'm pulling out a sticky note and I'm just jotting down Marvel, and I'm jotting down AEHR. Simple as like there's a level there to interact off of. There's moving averages underneath and above that give it room to move to where you want it to. And you understand that they can move higher because of the types of names they are. So AEHR and Marvel, some of the better setups. RGTI off the quarterly, but I ain't trading quantum yet. Wow, NDB, really good move. I was looking at this one too, off this building this right side, but I didn't think it was going to do that. All right, I'm not going to overwhelm my brain here. Yeah, GTLB, nice follow through off the 9. And P had that one. NOW, just go. Yeah, ideally after this week too, it'd be nice to kind of take a break of it, and I can start building another list of what I really want to focus on. AVGL looks great too. What about ASML? Wow, ONDS. Honestly, a lot of these names look pretty strong, not gonna lie. When I say strong, I mean like trying to build the right side. I don't mean like strong, strong. But yeah, okay. Let's just take a look at the indexes so we can kind of see what we're looking at here. So the week closed, so you could technically come in here and tag that close as well on SPY, but I'm not. I'm just going to leave the all-time high tag. It's building. It's building. Ideally, we get a test again, and it gives you that little handle, and you could take that break. QQQ, similar theme. You know, test 725 pre-market Monday, come down, and that break intraday would be fantastic. Phone turned off again. Let me see what Qs look like. Yeah, that 725 is getting a little better. Again, this is all you wanted. Develop that right side. Let these moving averages catch up. Ideally, it gives you another day or even just another test before, and then you can really see what it wants to do off that. But market's looking good. If we can just start trending higher and this volume starts dying, you know, it starts getting like this. We start getting to this period a little more, which would be fantastic for individual names, but really hard to stay when a lot of stuff's still broken. So, you know, we'll take it day by day. But yeah, just be smart this week. Have a plan every pre-market. Have an idea of what you want to look at and stick to it. You know, size smaller, have exit points, have entry points, everything. You know what to do. But yeah, it's not like I'm just completely away from my phone either. So you know, you have a question, anything, just ask. You know, but I'm not going to go out of my way to just send those send a little more in-depth setups and things like that. Just won't have the time. But yeah, enjoy the weekend. Hope you had a good week. But yeah, we'll talk during the week. Take care.